All right. So we have some. I was able to sneak in a short stream today. So we have some modern amulet that we're gonna be playing today. I'm still testing this very interesting druid build, which I again believe to be the best amulet version in the current modern metagame that it's infested with Hogaak. Let's make sure that we get into the league first of all, because there's only like the entry is gonna end in like 1 hour and a half or something. So the only change that I made today um, are this list is basically losing a lot of points against the burn style decks. The reason why I wanted to make sure I fit an obstinate bailoff in the sideboard, and I also took out the Dustwatch Recruiter, which was the kind of like an iffy card. It's kind of like a strange inclusion. It kind of works with the deck to an extent, but not so much because we only have so many hits. So besides being a combo piece for the Amulet Druid Vizier, for the Devoted Druid Vizier combo, it's not really doing that much. So because of that, I'm gonna test to play a league without it and see how everything goes. In its place, it's a card that I missed very much having access to in the main deck, which is Engineered Explosives. Everything else remains the same. Again, I'm still working on a split between Spell Pierce and Negate. Still not completely sold on one way or the other. I'm a little bit closer to wanting two negates than wanting one and one. That one and two spell pierces, I mean. But I'm gonna continue with the split for now, and we'll see how it plays out. It's just like spell pierce. I'm just not a big fan of spell pierce as a card, honestly. Unless you're playing Delver and wastelanding your opponent, in which case, in Legacy that is, of course. In which case, spell pierce is great, but if you're just like playing fair and like making your land drops and trying to like play some magic, it's just like a card that becomes so dead later in the game. It's troublesome. uh yeah, we're gonna mulligan this, unfortunately. It's dangerously close to a keep, but I'm gonna mulligan. All right, this is significantly better. Actually, I'm going to keep that on top. Hopefully we're not playing against some control deck, because this is not a good draw for a control against the control deck. Oh, we're playing against the looting deck. I imagine it's gonna be BridgeVine. Kind of crazy how well Blue White did over the weekend. I know that it did put at least two people. I honestly did not see the results from last weekend's Necrotic Wound. Necrotic Wound, really? I don't know. I don't even know how this is possibly a main deck card. But whatever. Sure. People and their Hogaak decks. You can basically just play like, as long as you have the shell, you can like play literally anything in that. Ooh, that's sweet. So we have access to 4 mana this turn if we want to. I think I'm going to lead on Tearings. I could play Amulet. No, that's only 4 mana, so I can still not feel it. Yeah, I think so. Leading on Tearings is gonna be the best. Um. Hmm. My opponent says that it's their first time playing the deck. I guess I just get the gemstone here. Just play it out. Play my amulet. Even if they manage to deal with the scout, we're going to be able to Asusa next turn if we want to. Like finale for Asusa, that is. It's probably not insane, but should get us there. And if we manage to untap with the scout, we just tighten them, and we should win. So my opponent has this turn to kill me, basically. And starting next turn, they're going to struggle to do so. So I would love to see like a flashback Faithless Looting. That would be great. That would be great. Alright. Shock. Flashback Looting. That is a card that can actually potentially kill me. Oh, but not really actually. Yeah, okay, so we're looking really good here. I think we might just win actually. Just winning the fair way. Ooh, look at my opponent with the fancy altars. This card is like 30 tickets or something, which is pretty stupid. Alright, so we can finale. We can finale for the Titan just so we don't need to summon our back next turn. But I think that actually pacting and killing my opponent is better, so we're gonna do that. We are going to do that. And it's not like my opponent can mill me in response and like, you know, randomly hit like my stronghold or my other land. So this is enough mana. We're gonna pact for prime time. Prime time, yes. Garrison, stronghold. Haste. Bounce here. And now we're gonna get bounce land plus Sunhome. And that should be lethal. Alright. Sideboarding against Hogaak. The plan was to take this out, to take these out. Two of these guys out. Bring in Tormod's Crypt. Bring in Rex Sage. Bring in a couple of Path to Exile. And the other explosives. I think we're not bringing this guy in. All right. All right. Yep. We're gonna keep this one. We are going to keep this one. Best draw would probably be Bajuka Bog. That one also counts. That's really funny. That is real funny. Just casually have all the hate. If my opponent brings back a Bloodghast, I think I just let that happen. I don't care about the 2-2. Imagine if that crypt had been a leyline, right? Though I guess if that crypt had been a leyline, this Rest in Peace would also have been a leyline. So I guess we would kind of be in the same spot. Like there would be a leyline in play. Okay. I'm fine with what's going on here. for basics. Why? I guess my opponent is afraid because I there's afraid because I like 16 them last turn. They're still at 16 though. It's kind of weird. So here I think I'm just going to play my second amulet and just like get my triggers and slam a rest in peace. I think we're looking alright here. Got an Altar of Dementia. Gonna take 4. That's a fine draw. So basically now if we find a bounce land, we win. Sick. Oh no, we don't actually. We don't because we sided out all of our Asusas. So I guess maybe siding out all of the Asusas might not be correct. To be fair, we're just winning anyway. It doesn't matter. Like unless my opponent deals with both of my amulets, they are dead. I guess they need to deal with like any 2 of these 3 cards. But if they leave 2 of these in play, then we're just going to win. Alright, I just concede for no reason. Sweet. Alright. 5-1 against Hogaak with this version of the deck so far. Definitely, the Hogaak matchup has felt good, honestly. I don't know if I'm just like getting lucky or my opponents are getting unlucky or whatever, but I've been like, again, like my record is like 5-1, which is pretty good, I would say. This hand can go very well or can go very bad. I think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. But this can definitely not work out at all. Could you have packed Asusas for lethal? I sided out about all 4 of my Asusas. Lost Boy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Snake 1020. Again, like this list is very experimental still. I am still working on like the sideboard plans and like when to side out one thing. To be honest, it's like with the setup that I'm playing, it's quite unlikely for a game to play out the way that one did. Since I'm siding out my Asusas and I only have like 2 prime times, I just happen to naturally draw one of my only 2 Primeval Titans in the deck instead of one of my 4 druids. So, and my opponent has the Thoughtseize instead of the Inquisition. Yeah, this is not working out. All right. To be fair, like we are not conceding because we still have the druid part of the deck, so we can still win this game. We can definitely still win this game. This is definitely brutal though. Like we are not favorites to win this game, especially considering that my opponent is a Thoughtseize. It's a soft Thoughtseize deck. So I would expect maybe something like Death Shadow or whatever. I did see some like Mardu Shadows list hanging around. So I think we're not a favorite like whatsoever to win this game. But we are not we're not dead out of the water. Yeah, they do, exactly. But, I mean, we do have the druid, right? So I'm not going to concede to the turn 1 Thoughtseize into Surgical. Because, again, we have outs. We actually do have a win condition. I'm considering like what to play out here. I think I'm just going to play out the Sandhome and pass the turn. I still don't know what I want to play the Cavern on because my opponent could be playing blue. And if that's the case, then they might play, I don't know what, maybe they're playing Grixis Control or whatever. I doubt it with Mishra's Bubble, but okay, so they are confirmed on Death Shadow. Yep, Lost Boy. Yeah, we have that other angle of attack, so we still have outs. We can still win this game very much. We can still very much win this game. I don't know. I don't know if you can actually go ahead and like turn that around. All right, so this is the Mardu Shadow list that has been showing up. My opponent wisely discarded Nihil Spellbomb. Ooh, that is value. That is sick. Discard the Ranger Captain to looting, bring it back with an Earth, get my Shadow. That's some sick value right there. Opponent with the solid place. I could Pact for Azusa. Pact for Azusa, go up to 5 mana. It's kind of rough to do that. I'm like crazy far behind at this point though. I think I'm just gonna pass. Play out the gemstone and pass. We do have the trick to give. We're gonna have access to like hasting our devoted druid thanks to Slayer Stronghold, so that is very much a consideration here. Thoughts on the Highman variation? It's I literally went 3 hours deep into that subject in last week's stream, The Lost Boy. So if you wanna check out my thoughts on the whole, on literally like every single possible version of Amulet that has showed up so far, you can find my thoughts here. But basically what I think is that, come on. No, Twitch is not allowing me to post a link on the chat, which is something that it does sometimes. I have no idea how to fix that. I should kind of look into it, but no, I just haven't been able to find an answer to why that happens. Basically, I think that every single version of Amulet is valid, and they have different metagame difference. They have like different metagame advantages. That's it. So every single version is viable. Every single version can win a tournament, and you can and you should tweak whichever version you're playing in order to beat the meta that you expect to face. So here I am just going to expect to get lucky. I'm going to play for my opponent, not like for them not killing me and them being careless. They are down to 3, so I can play an Azusa, haste it, and attack for lethal. So that is that's my out, I think. For my opponent to just like get careless and not have removal somehow, which seems unlikely, but gotta play to my outs. Well, actually, if I find a Transmute land, or if I find Walking Ballista, I just win. So I guess I cycle. Like, my opponent's gonna be able to block my plan of the Azusa, so I think I'm just gonna cycle here, and I'm gonna try to draw into exactly Ballista. And if I get there, if I manage to draw exactly Walking Ballista, I'm going to win. That's not enough. That's 2 mana short. Well, actually, never mind. That is enough. So we're gonna do this. This is amazing. And this is why you don't concede. Find a Sousa. Play a Sousa. And this is 1, 2, and I can even play around a removal spell on the Azusa. This is amazing. 1, 2, 3. No, I cannot. I cannot play around a removal spell. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to, yeah, I cannot play around removal spell, unfortunately. So I just have to hope that they don't have it somehow. However, if they remove a spell is Path, I can actually win. Alright, they just don't have it. Alright, sweet. Oh my, Seikoth coming in hot with that with that tier 1 subscription. Right on time. Right on time. This is just too great. This is just too great. Turn 1 Thoughtseize your Primeval Titan. Surgical your prime time. Lose on turn 5 anyway. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, that was freaking awesome. That was awesome. Alright, so we're gonna take out the Pact. Take a Ghost Squatter. Seikoth, this is like a Mardu Death Shadow version of the... A Mardu version of Death Shadow, basically, that plays like with an Earth and like the new guy. Well, I just realized that there's like an insane glare over there. Okay, so it's... I'll fix it in a second. Give me a second. Fixed. It's like a version of Death Shadow that just plays white for the Ranger Captain of Eos and like Unearth and stuff. So I think I do want access to Rest in Peace in this matchup. They're not playing Gurmagangler, which sucks. But they get a lot of value from Unearth and Faithless Looting. So I think it's possible that I want to keep I want to keep those guys. Side out 1 Finale since we don't have the combo anymore. 1 Scout. I'm not sure whether I want Bailoth or not. I definitely want Queen. Definitely want Queen. Just do like a little bit of shaving there. To play around Surgical. Man, that was a great win. A great way to win game 1. I think I'm gonna keep this hand. Like, I'm playing against the Death Shadow deck, which is going to have a bunch of ways to disrupt me and kill my threats and discard my cards in hand. So I think that a hand that is going to keep all my to hit all my landers and is going to give me value from my lands, it's definitely a solid hand to keep. They're gonna be able to like Thoughtseize away my Path most likely. but that is probably okay. I mean, it's not great. I'd much rather keep my Path to Exile, of course, but I can live with it, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I've definitely seen this like Mardu Shadow style of deck. It's kind of weird. I think I want to hold on to that. I am going to lead on Kalni and pass the turn. I don't think I'm gonna drop the Druid on 2. I think I'm just gonna play Crossroads and pass. I don't need my amulet yet, and it's not really enabling anything for me. So I don't see any good reason to play this out. Oh, they're just like choosing to take damage. That's cute. That's the Ranger captain. The captain, my captain. Well, this turn I can actually multi-spell, so I think I'm interested in doing that. Yeah, so we're going to play Amulet, play Vesuva, copying Kalni. And I'm going to like start instilling the fear. Maybe I should have actually played this out on turn 2. Maybe I should actually play both on turn 2. Cycling the land is what I would consider good news for me. I would just really wish I... Ooh, no attacks. I can smell the fear. I can definitely smell the fear. Whew, there we go. There we go. I could play a Ballista for 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It kind of plays into Fatal Push, but I think that my opponent would have Fatal Pushed my Druid if they had the push. So I think I can just like float the mana and like drop a Ballista for 3 here. I am very interested in protecting the Ballista from a potential discard spell. And worst case scenario, this Ballista trades for a Ranger Captain, so it's probably fine anyway. Opponent shocking for no reason, since I can like not respond with the Ballista to their shock growing the shadow, so just shocking for no reason. So this turn I can put 2 counters on the Ballista. Yeah, nice. And this is why I chose to play the Ballista out last turn. Now any discard spell is the dead draw for my opponent, which puts me in a very solid spot. I think I'm just gonna take the Chomp while I can. That's fine. Second Shadow could be problematic. Arcanist. It literally has nothing to flashback. They play a Plains, which is interesting. Put a counter. That'll be solved. So I think I might have made a mistake there actually, and I should have like played my land in order to get one more chump blocker. Because I do feel like I want to put another counter on this ballista, because that enables me to attack. Yeah. And I kind of don't want to show them that I drew this. Well, I think I'm just like tapping, playing Vesuva, tapped copy here. Just put one counter. I guess this forces my opponent to chomp with the Ranger Captain. Maybe they have a path? And for whatever reason they have not used it yet. I'm very much okay with this. If my opponent does find something worth flashing back, then I will kill the Arcanist. But they don't, and they have no answer for the Ballista, so they lose. That was cute. Deck's been working out so far today. Deck has been working out. I have not played against any matchup where the explosive has been relevant in game one. I guess that humans is, for example, one of those matchups. Well, maybe Hogaak is like having access to explosive in game one is good against Hogaak. But yeah, so far so good. So far so good. This version of the deck is just so weirdly awesome. It's just kind of weird. But it works. It's weird how it works. It's weird how it works. Oh, when my opponent decides to show up, I'm gonna go turn on the AC because it's getting hot in here. Stupid LA hot weather. Yeah, this hand is just like one land away from being awesome. This hand is probably a keep. Yeah, this hand is definitely a keep, actually. Bottom that, we want to hit land drops. If my opponent doesn't stop my turn 2 Druid, I am going to win on turn 3. Which is pretty sick. Opponent's playing a red fetch land deck, so I don't think that is even remotely possible. Primeval Titan off the top. I thought I bottomed you. Didn't I bought on Primeval Titan? I definitely bought on Primeval Titan. Alright, tap out for Eidolon. Come on, OP. Tap out for Eidolon. Tap out for Eidolon. Eidolon of the Great Revel. Sweet. That's good. I wonder if my opponent is going to do like the classic let me untap with it. Okay, they are not. Smart. So any untap land here is going to be big game. Any untap land here is going to be big game. We did not get there though. This cannot finale for anything. So we're just going to play Simic. And we're going to spit out another blocker. We're gonna try to go for the Titan part. This is definitely a Titan matchup. Now there you are. Finale of Devastation. I don't like that. I really need to find a land there. I really did. I really did. We're gonna play out the Azusa mostly as a bait. Yeah, my opponent did not bite. Yeah, I really need to find a land there. I really did. Amulet, that doesn't do anything. So this forces them to do something now, which they are going to, unfortunately for me. Yeah, I don't think I can win at this point. I just cannot put enough blockers in play. If my opponent has 2 blanks, I could... So I guess my out is... if my opponent has 2 blanks in hand, I could theoretically I could block the Swift Spear and then untap and kill them. And that's 1 blank. Do you have another land, opponent? Do you have another land in there? Come on. Come on. I can't believe we got there. This league has been something else. We definitely have won some games that are questionable for sure. Crossroads and like anything. Yep, like my opponent definitely doesn't have it, cause yep. Alright, cool. So we're just going to finale for... I guess we can finale for this amount and that should be okay. Now we go get Ballista. Search library, get Ballista. Go to combat, swing with everything. Yes, we're gonna gain some more life for value. And kill them. That is sick. Wow. We should not have won that game. We definitely should not have won that. Oh yeah, they're playing blue. Never mind. We definitely should not have won that game. That is crazy. That is crazy. Wow, like my opponent had literally nothing. And we got there on the back of then having literally nothing. That is what happens sometimes, I guess. Definitely not interested. I mean, this is never ever going to work out ever, so I don't think I want to keep the Vizier in the deck. Maybe I won't over the Ballista just because the Ballista's bad. I think on the draw I would rather have Path over Explosives. And I think we're going to sideboard something like this. Yeah, I think I'd just rather have it prime time than the Vizier though. That was definitely thievery. I agree with that statement. Yep, keep this. It's not great if my opponent has an answer to this amulet, but hopefully they don't. That's a prime time. Alright, don't answer my amulet, please. I'm playing it out because I want to play around Eidolon. It seems more possible for my opponent to have Eidolon than to have like Reverie or whatever. Okay, here comes the Gobo again. Pact of Negation. Yeah, that's usually one I want to transmute for, not one I want to draw naturally. Like snapping off them lava spikes. Snapping them off. What are my options here? I could Pact for Asusa. It's very risky though. But I don't think that playing out the Devoted Druid is gonna take me anywhere. Maybe it is just fine. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to play out my Druid and pass the turn. No Searing Blaze, please. That's a Searing Blaze. The difference between Searing Blaze and Searing Blood is that if my opponent had Searing Blood, I could have like put 2 counters on my Devoted Druid, and I could have basically made the card fizzle, saving me 3 damage. Whereas this one that has 2 targets, which means that you cannot actually save the creature. You cannot save the damage, is what I mean. So here, actually, I could Pact for Asusa. Which I think I'm going to do. Because Pacting for Asusa here actually allows me to sequence like so, and if I find the Vesuva here, it would allow me to gain a couple of life, which I would otherwise not be able to do. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get there. So I will probably need to just like chomp here, or I will just die. Yeah, I will actually just die. Asusa? No, it's a Devoted Druid. Devoted Druid doesn't do it. Oh, they were just slow rolling. Classic slow roll. On the play, do I want explosives over my 3rd path? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go with this exact same setup. Interesting hand. I think I'm gonna keep this. Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, I guess I could have chosen my own way, but choose to go under my own, on my own terms. I guess it's the correct way to say it. Okay. So it's only 3 mana. So I guess we're gonna lead on Steerings. That's not bad actually, because this is a blocker that I can use, and it allows me to Steerings as well this turn. So that was not actually terrible. This one was actually terrible. It's important to know that if I manage the finale for 4, I'm going to be able to go get Baloth. Please play a Night Along here. Searing Blaze, sure. Okay. So here I can pact for Azusa, bounce, replay. Or I can actually just like replay the Kalni. That sounds better. And I'm 1 mana short of Finaling for Azusa, which would be the ideal play. But that is fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's hopefully fine. Play Azusa, play this. So I have 2 blockers. Hopefully my opponent uses a turn to just have it all. They just have it all. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm 1 mana short. That's very, very shitty. I think I'm going to play my land because it makes any of my... It makes Azusa a significantly worse draw, but it makes any bounce land a significantly better draw. And it also allows me to like pay for Pact if I need to. Not pacting that one. Oh my god, how many Searing Blast does my opponent have? I think I'm actually gonna pack this one. And I'm gonna chump here. I have no place to make this turn. Of course. Immediately punished severely. Immediately punished severely, but I think it was correct to pack there. Definitely taking the chump there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When meta should the druid combo get? In which meta is the druid combo good? Good question. And now I'm super sad. Like my opponent might have access to. They might actually have access to. To the. What I'm trying to say here. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? The Skullcrack. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Well, the current metagame is exactly what this version of Amulet is good against. Hogaak, just like decks that are like fast and brutal. So here, what I'm playing around is Deflecting Palm. And I'm playing around Deflecting Palm by making this play right here, which now that my opponent has shown me that they have no Skullcrack, because otherwise they would have Skullcracked in response to this. Now I'm going to be able to finale for Baloth and gain 4 more life. And this, of course, plays around Path to Exile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have access to Finale for another prime time, even if they path me or double bolt me. And I'm sitting at a very healthy 17 with my opponent with 3 cards left in hand. So I think this also plays around Deflected Palm beautifully, of course. Haven't been playing ever since Amulets. I like it feel too much. Yeah, you did feel a lot. You did miss a lot, Lemonardo. Yeah, Karn was. I think it still is. It's basically like the way I see it. Like every single version of Amulet has a metagame and has like a set of matchups that it's very good against, and then a set of matchups that it's not very good against. And right now, the metagame as it sits, it's actually pretty good for the version of Amulet that we are currently playing. Okay, so they're going to like Syrian Blaze here. Ooh, this is even better. Yeah, so I think we just win here. Yep, we definitely just win. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we get to gain 2 life, up to 15. Yeah, this is just unsurmountable for my opponent. We can pack for another Titan. We can Titan them. Haste, we can 16. We can force a chump if we want to. Is forcing a chump better than just getting a bunch of life? Probably is. Nah, actually, I think I want to gain a bunch of life. Get back my prime time. Yes. Vesuva Stronghold. Boom. 3-0. Easy. Easy. Oh yeah, I got the prime time. So I keep, you know, the prime time density at its highest. Where are we at tonight? I have no idea what you're asking, Pablo Fallas. Pablo Fallas. Pablo Fallas? But yeah, today's gonna be a short stream, mostly because I'm not gonna be able to join another league. So that, I mean, oh, you mean the room is? I moved, Pablo. I moved to a new place, so I am streaming since from my new place. Let's see if we can get like that 5-0 like extremely late in the season, as like in 1 hour before the season ends. Basically as late in the season as possible. I also have a vintage league that I joined with survival that I need to finish. The Oink Mage. Huh. Now this is very interesting. I think I'm going to keep, and it's basically on the back of the strength of these 2 cards, more than anything else. So we're gonna lead on Kalni and we're gonna pass. I'm gonna punish if my opponent goes turn 1 Inquisition and they get my amulet, but I'm sensing, yeah, exactly. I know what you're doing over there. Oh, I actually made a mistake. I should have played the Ballista for 0 there. Yep, 100% should have played Ballista for 0 there. Well, too late now. Ballista for 1, my bad. So just like play one of my untapped lands and just play Ballista for 1. So they get a BridgeVine back, that's fine. So we're gonna get Hogaaked here. Yep, Morgus. We're very much gonna get Hogaaked. The correct play would be for them to not attack with the BridgeVine. Exactly, to sack the... Yeah, exactly. So this, my opponent's making the correct play over here. Yeah, good for them for not like for not getting greedy and like sacking the BridgeVine to get a token. How do you join the Discord? I'm a new subscriber. Okay. Yep. There we go. Wait. This is. Yeah, that's not the one. That's weird that when you put in the command, it did the old command. Honestly, it might just be that MTG bot is just drunk today. Okay, so we're gonna play Amulet. I mean, we're one bounce land away from winning here. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here, actually. I don't know why. I think like MTG bot is just. Yeah, that this is like, this is my old. Yeah. Apparently my stream, like MTG bot went down to my commands from like a month, from like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Which I don't understand why that would happen, but apparently that's what happened. It definitely feels like we're getting Hogaaked here. I'm gonna block there. Can we find a bounce land off the top? Because if we find a bounce land off the top, we win. I guess they can mail me in response for a bunch. Only one bridge. Can't stop that. Yeah, but that is sending you to the Amulet Titan, not the Primetime Stronghold, which is the correct one. Which is, I have no idea what's going on with. I think this is. I don't know if this is MTG, but of course I cannot copy and paste links. I have no idea what's going on. I really apologize, the toast. But for whatever reason, like Twitch, yeah, that is actually the correct one. The one that Seikoth, thank you very much, Seikoth. The one that Seikoth just posted, that's the correct one. But I have no idea. I don't know why this happens. It's just like, for whatever reason, I just copy and paste links on the Twitch chat, and it just, it doesn't, like it just, it's like nothing happens. I press enter, and it's like whatever I typed, it just disappears, and it like it never existed. It's super strange. I have interaction. I'm waiting to see how many bridges I can exile, basically. Gonna be able to only exile 2. So now I guess I'm gonna ping. So they're only gonna get 2, 4, 6. So they're not gonna be able to go infinite, basically. Like semi-infinite, I guess. Alright, thank you. Grazie a tutti. What? Oh, they immediately find the other bridge. That's bad beats. That's some bad beats right there. Also, my opponent punted. Like, they literally have not enough. Like, it's way more value for them to sack this guy right now than to try to. So they definitely punted. They should have gone for it. They should have sacked both of their dudes in response. But you don't need to play this deck optimally in order for the deck to be absolutely broken. And we draw the absolute worst card in the deck. So that's gonna be it. If this had been a bounce land, we literally just win. But yeah, not good draws there. Not good draws. Fortunately, again, our Our post-board plan has proved that it's reasonably good, so we're going to do the same thing we did. Take out, we're gonna only take out 3 Asusas this time around. I don't think I wore Rex Age. Let's do this. How do you get through the Hogaak? We had a Tolaria West in hand, so we would have been able to double primetime them. I guess we keep this. We have no hate, but we potentially have access to a quick kill, and we kept the Asusa in the deck because we are smart. So we just have a reasonable hand. And again, this is why I like the Tormod's Crypt / Rest in Peace split over Leyline, right? Like, what if you're playing Leyline in your deck, like you're basically forced to mulligan this hand, and I don't think that we can really afford to do that kind of stuff, you know. That's not a bad draw because it's a white source and it gives us interaction, which is nice. So we could path the supplier in response, but I think it's better to let them. Well, I mean, they flipped the BridgeVine, so obviously I'm punished here. But it's better for me to path the Hogaak. Of course, I get immediately punished by my decision, but okay, it's just my opponent on a move to 6, right? So of course their draw is broken. And I'm pathing here anyway because I think I'm gonna be using all my mana this turn. I guess I'm not. So we're going to play Ballista and pass the turn. What I'm trying to do here is to set up a... Okay. To set up a ping plus swing for... this deck is dumb. They're going to like... Oh, of course they are. God damn it. I think we just take the 6 here. So we can steerings, try to find another amulet probably. I think that's gonna be the play. But we can whiff and then we are in a really bad spot. This is kind of brutal, honestly. I guess we can still win by getting basic forest here. No, we can get Tolaria West. Okay, so how are we gonna... We're gonna sequence... Play T-West... play the Simic here. We're gonna bounce T-West. Next turn we can tap Simic plus the other T-West to just be for another bounce land and bounce the Gemstone Mine. And then on the following turn we're gonna be able to prime time. And that means that we're gonna be taking 6, 7, 8 times 2, 6, 4, 5, 6. What am I even counting? Times 2, that's 12. Yeesh. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, this deck is just like it's just like a little bit too much, you know. It's just like on the verge of being just fine, but it's just like it's just a little bit too much, and it definitely crosses the line of being too much. Definitely crosses the line of being too much. No questions there. This turn, I think I am going to chump block. Well, what draws does this make better? Sage is in the board. I can fact for Vizier, but then I cannot. Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna take it. I can pact for Druid, I mean, but then I cannot pact for Vizier, so I think that being able to stop their chain is gonna be more relevant. What's the Suva? I guess that does something in... being able to block this guy now. So they're sacking Gravecrawler. They got no zombies, so they can't play these dudes back. They're gonna be able to Ghast, though. Oh, but of course they have Faithless looting in their yard. I forgot about that. What's up, Dom Dom? How you doing? We're getting Hogaaked here. Getting gacked real hard. And I can't stop them from casting this, right? It's just... it's unavoidable for me. It's pretty much unavoidable. What I'm going to... okay, so they still can't cast their stuff. So at least that part is good. They shock? Why do they shock? This is not a zombie, right? No, it's an avatar. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, there's no way this guy is also a zombie. Like, how many abilities can you give a card before it becomes absurd? All right, still. Still okay here. Somehow. They flashed back the looting. Sick. Well, now they can't replay this dude, so we can prime time and we can Crossroads plus Bog, so we can get out of this Hogaak range, and we can exile their yard. If they are, yeah, this does not seem like a good play. Yeah, that's definitely not a good play. All right, my opponent managed to give me the game, which I'm okay with. Primeval Titan. Good old turn 6 prime time. Good old turn 6 prime time. Getting the job done. Bog you. And now I don't need to chump this Hogaak. They didn't have any zombies, so they couldn't get back grave crawlers. Yeah, here we just take 8. This is fine. We attack for lethal now. Alright. There's 2 bridges there, but we can sack the ballista at any point, and my opponent only has a single card in hand. Yep. Alright, somehow we won that game because my opponent just gave it to me. Alright. Do we want to change anything? Don't think so. I think we still want to be on the Druid plan, more so than the Primetime plan. Blood Guy is a spirit? Really? That's weird. I think this hand is fine. Yeah. Yeah, so we have turn 3 infinite mana with Amulet and Path. So I think that's pretty strong. Alright. So here it's a very interesting decision point. How to sequence my spells. I could play my Amulet on turn 1 out of this Gemstone Mine. What that does is it allows me to draw into potentially Azusa, and since I'm probably 100% playing out this bounce land on 2, it is kind of the same as playing out the Stronghold. However, the difference is whether do I want to play my Mine on 1 and just hold that Path on turn 1. It's better against Nature's Claim. Well, I guess both plays are fine against Nature's Claim anyway. Like, it forces my opponent to use their mana. Yeah, so this is fine. Like, if my opponent wants to spend their second turn claiming my Amulet, I'm probably fine with it. And I'm still going to be able to play Druid on 2 by just playing out the Stronghold. Even if they destroy my Amulet. Crypt Breaker. You got it. This is nice. I think I'm gonna Druid on 2 anyway. Because Druid on 2 allows me to, well, set up the kill for next turn, of course, while it also allows me to interact with their bridges if it comes down to it. So I think that trying to set up a turn 3 kill is going to be more powerful than... Okay, this is fine. They're going to be able to sack... Ooh, okay. Oh, hang in there. I don't want to give them 2 zombies. Do I want to give them 2 zombies? Well, I think this is going to be fine, since if it means that I'm going to be able to kill them next turn with infinite mana. I still need a payoff, though, which is kind of awkward. What's up, Golden Banks? How you doing? Also, this guy is going to start drawing cards now, which is kind of sick. This guy's sweet. It's an interesting, like, post-board plan, you know, to, like, try to be able to grind. What's this? Yeah, look at that. Vampire Spirit. Crazy. Alright. Oh, good times. Good times. Alright. Oh, I love this. Let's make finale for... Let's do 30. 6-1 against Hogaak. Six and one against Hogaak. I have been beating on Hogaak left and right with this version of the deck. I think it is just like the way to go. Like if you want to beat Hogaak, I think that at 100% this is the version to do it, and I don't think it's particularly close. It's just like by miles. By miles, it is much better to play like this version of the deck with the Devoted Druid and the Vizier than it is to play Hide Mind Karn, all of that stuff. What about the other decks? Well, that is the trade-off always, right? Like any version of Amulet that you play, you're gonna have some matchups that are gonna be better and some matchups that are gonna be worse. I talked about that extensively last Friday when I did the Mystifying Amulet Part 2. Not this, but ooh, this guy talking some deep stuff. There we go. If you want to go check it out, this is the video that I made last week, and it's basically 2 hours and 50 minutes of every single version of Amulet to ever see play. Slumpty Dumpty, I wish I could, honestly. I literally cannot. I just copy and paste stuff in chat and it just randomly disappears. I don't know why sometimes the Twitch chat does this to me, where I just copy things in the chat and I press enter and they disappear. And it's just very sad because I really wish that that wouldn't happen, because I want to update my commands and stuff, but I literally cannot. So turn 4 kill. Okay. It's not great. Like I would like to see either a tap land here off the top, or I guess that's some redundant piece. Stomping Ground? Stomping Ground? In 2019? Ooh, opponent is on El Jando. Yeah, this is one of the matchups that becomes worse. We were talking about the matchups that are better and that are worse. This is one of those that becomes significantly worse. So, fingers crossed. If my opponent tries to get killed, though, they're gonna get got real hard, though. So that is something. Hopefully they have like an anti-Hogaak kind of hand, and they don't have like removal or something. Yeah, that's pretty good. that one is pretty good. Yeah, that's yep. That's yep. That's a solid play right there. Why did you use such a complicated word? Is it that complicated though, or is it not complicated enough? My opponent being kind and showing me their cards in your hand, even though they already revealed the Verdant Catacombs, but they're nice people. Ooh, that guy's good. Well, that guy is problematic. So I know that they have like double Verdant Catacombs and one Nihil Spellbomb. That is their hand. That's Finale. Doesn't do enough. Could Pact for Azusa? Which doesn't really do anything. I think we're just gonna play it slow. I really wish I had access to like a Crossroads, Kalni Garden, something like that. Seasoned Pyromancer. My opponent is playing Spice Jund. My opponent is playing Spice Jund over there. It probably is the list that torpedoed the classic. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this really sucks. This really sucks. I guess I'm going to finale for the druid out of my deck. I think I could get one of these two back, but I really don't want to draw a druid, so I'd rather take one bad draw out of my deck. Oh, they have the push. Of course they do. This is where I lost to in the MCQ. Yeah, this version of John sounds legit. Are they gonna Thoughtseize me? Like playing with fire? Two, 4, 6. So I die to a lightning bolt. Yeah, if I were my opponent, I would Thoughtseize here for sure. Or not. Yep. There we go. Ballista for 2. And then my opponent draws. Yeah, okay. We're dead. Would have been cute to like Ballista for 2 and then my opponent shows a 3. That would be hilarious. Alright. John, we want Path. We want Queen, Baloth, Raminap. Explosives. We don't want Vizier. We don't want Pact. We want all of our lands. We don't want this. We want to shave one Finale. Maybe 2 Finale, maybe? Miss Liliana thought she was on 1, but she was on 2, so I grabbed the raw legs of my Titan to be fair. My match that day were super grinding my deck. I guess that's the downside of having a Japanese amulet deck, huh? I'm wondering what I want. I think I don't want Devilista actually. It trades with Bob, but that's about it. And I don't think I want Rest in Peace. Like, I want my explosives mostly to be on 2. And yeah, that blows up my own Rest in Peace, so I'm not too excited about that. And this is an unkeepable hand. Yeah, no, I don't think there's going to be a 5-0 for us, which is unfortunate. This is a great draw, though. Definitely keeping that one on top. I mean, human here. So I'm not gonna Steerings because I'm very interested in drawing that Azusa. Oh, I actually missequenced there grossly. Yeah, I really punted there actually. Okay, I'm gonna... I was kind of like saved by the bell there, but I really punted. I should have played Gemstone on turn 1, so on turn 2 I can play Steerings and then play Vesuva, copying like whatever land they play. Because that Vesuva is going to be 2 into the battlefield tapped on the following turn otherwise. It's a Tarmogoyf. That's a very good draw. We're going to copy my opponent's Stomping Ground, I think. Copy that. Don't want to pay 2. Amulet triggers. 1, 2, 3. Play Azusa. Play Canopy. Steerings for Kalni? No, Simic Growth actually. Yeah. I'll play out Simic Growth. And I think we're just going to bounce the... I want to say, oh, this sort of stuff. This one. If I get to untap, I'm gonna be in a really good spot. If I get to untap with Azusa, If they play Liliana or something, I'm gonna be in trouble. Oh, this is great. Sweet. All right. Just don't kill my Azusa, please. Sad. Oh, they will squatter me. Yeah. I'm like, how didn't I just bottom this with strings? I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Hopefully they are on the Ren plan instead of on the Liliana plan, because if they were to Liliana me here, that would be brutal. Of course they have Liliana here. Oh, push. Okay, push is fine. Just don't Ren me, okay? Options. I think I'm going to cycle. If I draw Primetime, I still have Primetime mana thanks to the amulet. And if I want to draw deeper in order to try to find the Primetime or an explosives. And that one doesn't do it. That one doesn't do it. I can transmute. I'm 1 mana short of cracking explosives on 2. That sucks. That sucks. Though to be fair, if I hadn't sacked the canopy, I wouldn't have drawn into the Tularia, so we would be in the same spot. So I think it was correct to crack the canopy there. I want to get as close as possible to a prime time. And then of course we didn't get there, but that is c'est la vie, basically. Yeah, so it's the same to transmit for EE here, or to transmit for EE on the following turn. So definitely chump block in here. 100% chump block in there. They reveal the cliffs. Ooh. Alright. So I guess we're in a good spot now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there anything they can do for a single black mana? I don't think there is. So we're going to do... We're gonna have 1 mana floating. Then I can get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to transmute for explosives on 2. 1, 2, 3. So I think I'm just going to prime time and haste, I guess. And I don't have access to Isula, so that's important to know. So I can leave red floating. Oh, I can play a second. Yeah, this seems better. So I'm going to do this. We're going to haste. My opponent's probably gonna trade a Tarmo and a Bolt for my prime time. But I'm gonna get a trigger. I'm gonna get a couple of lands in play. And I'm going to be able to transmute for another prime time for next turn. Yeah, I could have done that, but then that opens up my Summoner's Pact to a discard spell off the top, which is not something I'm particularly excited about, if you know what I'm saying. So I think that keeping my head above water is going to be the way to go here. And I can do so by doing this. So next turn I pay for upkeep. And I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-8 mana, so I can still transmute for. Yeah, so we should be fine, I think. Plague Engineer. Lane Ice Stream, yep. Yep, I simply wasn't, you see? Playing around Discord spell was like a boss. I lose to removal on Liliana, but like it's like my opponent has fired off 0 Discord spells so far, so it's very likely that they either bob into one or they draw into one, like this Inquisition. So I feel very smart now. I feel very, very smart here. So we can trade there. We only take 2. They can bolt my primetime if they want, and it sucks is if they also have surgical. But if they don't, here they're gonna Liliana, they're gonna minus. But I am still fine because I still have enough mana to explosives for 2. So I think I'm going to be just fine here. No, actually, I want to tap correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Yeah, it seems like one is on the new Jaunt. So here we're going to transmute for engineered explosives. Another question is, do we play around surgical or do we play around Fulminator Mage? I think I like playing around Fulminator Mage because I don't want them to like destroy my T-West here. So we're gonna do that. They have surgical, and I don't want to give them the draw step, so I'm just going to play this for 2, play it out, and crack it immediately. We already get got by surgical because my opponent can just like get my pact. So this also, of course, plays around another Discord spell. It plays around second Liliana. All right, so the chosen creature type is plant. That's hilarious. So this is a lethal titan, right? This is very much a lethal titan. Just gonna do this right now so my opponent knows to concede. Guess they don't want to. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Yeah. Okay. There they can see. All right. Sweet. Anything I might want to change? I don't think so. I don't like having access to so many Devoted Druids in my deck. That is the only thing that I'm not particularly happy with. Yeah, we got there, Echo Papa. We managed to get there. This is one of the cards. This is another one of the cards. I still think I want to have access to Devoted Druid though. Just as bad ramp, basically. And I think that Druid is better than Scout. Because they showed me Ren. I'm just like dying to Red, it's just brutal. Yeah, Ballista helps against the Bob draw, but it grows Goif and it can be super clunky. I don't really like it in the matchup. Honest. Ooh, this hand is sick. Snapkeep. This is kind of like exactly the hand that you want to draw against Jund. Just like a bunch of land drops and redundant Asusas. This is like the exact combination that we want to see literally every time we face Jund. The only way that I could see losing here is if my opponent has turn 3 Fulminator. I guess that's another way that we can lose here. But we can play around the Fulminator by doing this. Let's see, Goif, 0-1 Goif, classic. Take 2. These plants are going to save me much more damage than that. And now, yeah, now this is sweet. So I'm definitely gonna play Asusa, and I'm gonna play T-West into Bounce Land. And this way I play around Removal Spell, which my opponent of course have. I mean, they have an active Bob, right? Like, why wouldn't they have a Removal Spell here? And what we bounce here is actually interesting. I can protect this from Fulminator, or I can... I guess I'm going to... this is hard. I'm not gonna be able to transmute next turn. Yeah, I guess I want a redundant plus source, so we're going to do this. I just noticed that this like super punishes me. I should have played this instead of the Boros Garrison, because this super punishes me if my opponent Thoughtseize. If they're smart, they're gonna take the Azusa here. Yeah. Good place. Good place from OP. 4 is a good enough amount of life for this plant to soak. So sick. That's sweet. Yeah, and now my opponent stepped out too. So we get some sweet value. Play Asusa, play Kalni, play another Kalni. Do I want to pass the Bob? I think I do. I think I do, because I think that I'm more interested in transmuting for a Pact than I am in transmuting for explosives. So by doing this now, like, it's just like beaters that my opponent has. They're not like drawing multiple cards a turn. So I think that it's correct to do what I just did. Here we're gonna gain 8. Kalni Garden is so good in this matchup. It's just so insane. You just gained me so many life right now. So much life right now. They did have the Liliana. Wow, that's kind of brutal actually. Wrong sequencing from my opponent. That's cute. Huh, interesting that they let me gain life here. If I were them, I think I would have minus and try to go for the throat there, especially if they have a blank in hand. Yeah, this is super greedy. If I draw prime time, I just win. I don't, but... Wow, I still have another turn, actually. Wow, this is insane. And now the Liliana is doing absolutely nothing. Like, my opponent got so greedy by not minus in there. But they're gonna find... Okay. Prime time off the top wins the game. Prime time off the top wins. Give me that Primeval Titan. Give me that Primeval Titan. Transmute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can also like transmute for it. Yeah, smart attack from my opponent there. Prime time. Just like blanks. That's frustrating. We definitely put ourselves in the best possible way to win there. It just wasn't in the cards. Just wasn't in the, of course. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could have primed. We could have finaled for like very lethal. Yeah, we had way too many outs there, and we just did not get there. That really sucked. That was okay. It is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Yep, the deck is just fine. The deck just does really well against Hogaak. We're just beating Hogaak left and right. It's kind of crazy. We're like 6-1 in total. Just like I mean, I have, to be fair, I have not played this deck besides whenever I streamed. So like all my experience with the deck has been on stream, and like every single matchup that we have played against Hogaak, I have felt quite favored, honestly. The trade-off is, like I was saying, blue-white control. Your blue-white matchup becomes worse. Your Jund slash black-green matchup also becomes slightly worse because you have just bad cards in your deck, and you don't like Finale is also not the greatest. I mean, it was fine when you get to like the very, very late game, but I was lucky that my opponent drew no Fulminator Mages. Yep. I don't know. I feel like this is, as long as Hogaak is still legal, I think that this is what I'm going to be playing. And I think that it's, yeah, unless I expect a very specific metagame, this is kind of the way to go, honestly. Yeah, the stream is done. Literally, I cannot join a league, I don't think. I mean, I have like 3 minutes to join a league, and then, it's like, I'm not going to be playing anymore. It's 9 p.m. over here already. But yeah, I wanted to thank everybody for hanging out today. If you haven't done so, make sure you hit that follow button. I will be back tomorrow with more modern, maybe? Well, I don't know how long the downtime is gonna be. But if it's done in a reasonable time frame, I will be back tomorrow for sure. I honestly have not been loving modern. I don't know. I have not been enjoying it that much. So if I stream tomorrow, as soon as whenever downtime is over, I will post on Twitter and the Discord, of course. But if that's the case, I might be playing some Legacy. I just have been enjoying Maverick way too much lately, and there are some other good options that we can try, like Yogg-Fit. This deck is pretty sweet. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I am just like, I'm just not excited to play it, which is like the first time since I've started streaming when I'm kind of not excited to play Modern. It's just not in a good place, in my opinion. It's just not fun. Like the play patterns are just, yeah, it's just like too hard to interact with like the stupid decks, and honestly, I don't like this version of the deck as much, honestly, as in I don't enjoy the play patterns, right? It's just like we won a couple of matches because we were lucky enough to draw like Druid into Vizier, and then we drew a threat, right? And we just won on turn 3. It's just like that is not fun for me. I don't find that fun. I mean, it wins for sure, it wins, but I enjoy like the red version of the deck way more, in terms of like just all the lines that Karn enables and like all that kind of stuff. It's just it's way more enjoyable. Like, I'm excited to play with this version of the deck, where I'm not so excited to play with this version of the deck. I'm still excited because it's still Amulet, and Amulet is still awesome, but I just like don't, like I don't love it, if you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is. I will be again back tomorrow. We'll see what I'm gonna be back with. I will let you know on Twitter and the Discord. If you want to subscribe to support the channel, you can do so with that link over there. You will get access to the sweet emotes as well as the sideboard guide exclusive for subscribers, of course. If you want to find me on YouTube, you can find me. That's hilarious. I think this link still links to my YouTube, so it should be fine. Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, so you can find me on YouTube over there with that link. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at fpabloshmtg. And Discord is the other one, which is kind of hilarious. All right, there we go. That's the upgrade. Yeah, Ambi Willis, this is going to be the end of the stream. It was just a short stream today. And finally, if you want to donate in order to support the stream in a different way, you can always do so with that link. Any donation of $12 or more will... with any donation, you will get to choose which deck I'm going to be playing on the following stream, of course. And also, any donation between now and August is going to go towards the goal of helping me to go to GP Vegas to cover the expenses and whatnot to go to GP, which I would love to do. So, of course, that would be amazing and that would be very, very greatly appreciated. Oh, Romario's streaming. Oh, sweet. Yeah, and he's also streaming the plug deck. This deck is awesome, so we're definitely going to raid Romario right here. Setting up some legacy content. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Have a good one.